What is up, YouTube? Chronic back at it again once again with yet another amazing video. And in today's video, I bring you yet another amazing deck for Underrated Overpowered. Yeah, it's coming out on Tuesday. And if you want to figure out why it's coming out on Tuesday, make sure to stay to the end of the video where I'll talk about it a little bit more. Anyway, today's deck in hand is something pretty special because it actually does need a specific character to play, and that is Yu-Gi-Oh! Today's deck in hand, consisting of Grandpa's cards, is Exodia. This deck is not ran at all, at least efficiently anymore, and I finally come up with a deck that actually works with it, and it really took me a while to, really put this deck into fruition and really make it to where I can secure a win very easily. In this duel, I may not be commentating too much, but I will commentate to my best of my ability, and also try to tell you what some of these cards do along the way. Speaking of which, I activate my field spell, which limits you to taking 1,000 damage from each attack, no matter how much attack they have. So they can have 100, maybe 1,000, maybe 3,000. You'll only take 1,000 damage. And that's a very, very heavy part of this deck, managing your life points, because I also will be running a few extra cards, such as Enchanted Javelin, as you see right now, and draw cards to really make me be able to draw a lot of cards. It's going to be an endless cycle of this eventually getting you a win. So my opponent goes for another attack, I activate Javelin, I draw my extra card by my flip effect, and I have Numerous Healer. My turn, I activate Backup Squad, which means if I take 1,000 damage, I automatically get to draw one card. So I activate that, and also I activate Numerous Healer to put my life points back where they were, and now you see why I do limit myself to taking only 1,000 damage. He attacks again, I draw again, and he attacks one more time for me to draw another time. Now, on my turn, I'm going to go ahead and activate Enchanted Javelin again and place Ice Barrier face down. Activate Enchanted Javelin, gain my life points, draw my card. Now he attacks me, I draw another card. And now I draw another card. That was one of my friends, don't mind that. Okay, I activate Backup Squad again, which is another Backup Squad. So now, every time he attacks, I'll be drawing 2 cards instead. You can see my deck is starting to really become limited, but either way, I end up summoning Exodia, and the best part about this deck is seeing this animation that your opponent cannot skip whatsoever. So they have no choice but to watch it and or, just chunk their phone across the room. But getting into the second duel, I'm going to be going against a Yami Yugi, and even in a show, Yugimoto usually wins, so I don't know what you're really expecting from this. I mean, you can go ahead and skip to part 2, but if you want to see a quick and easy win, here you go. As usual, my skill activates. For some reason, Yami Yugi must have been running a Destiny draw or something because he did not have Power of Dark. Anyway, I start off with my field spell, the normal face down, and normal, Enchanted Javelin as usual. I activate Backup Squad, and I end my turn. On my opponent's turn, he summons his second monster, and now our plan goes into work. Don't know why, but he actually did increase his monster's attack. With Seer, I have Backup Squad and a draw monster, so I activate Backup Squad so I can draw 2 cards each time he attacks. Activate Enchanted Javelin, lifesteal 2,600, and take the 1,000. I still don't get why he ended up equipping his monster with that, because it did not help him do more damage, but it did help me out. With 2 backup squads on the field, I go ahead and let my life points kind of sit there and get attacked. So that'll be 2 draws. Let's see what I get. Hopefully Exodia piece. 1 Exodia piece, Enchanted Javelin, and the next 2 draws, which will be another Exodia piece and Ice Barrier. I set Ice Barrier face down, activate Enchanted Javelin to try to push my life points back up to what they were. He activates another equip spell. I literally do not understand this guy. I don't think he realizes that he can't do more damage than that to me. Anyway, he attacks with his strongest monster, which is a good plan. Use it only on the strongest monster when it attacks. Lifesteal, draw 2 cards, and then another 1,000, draw 2 cards. Now my hand is really kind of getting, very crowded, so I have to send about 5 cards to the graveyard. none of them the Exodia piece, which I'm very happy I didn't. And I activate Skull Angel's effect so he gets attacked. Get attacked twice. So that's 2 draws and another 2 draws. That's 4 draws, and that will be the duel. Which is pretty funny because, I had the exact amount of cards I need. Plus, don't worry about, end up drawing and or overdrawing and losing the duel. Because if you have one Exodia pieces, it automatically stops the duel and lets you go into the animation of you winning. So, once again, they have to sit through this amazing animation and take the loss like a champ. Anyway, that'll be really the deck. I'll go over it more in part 2 of the video, which will be starting right about now. Alright, time for part 2 of the video, which is still my favorite part of making this. I'm not gonna lie, I love talking about different decks and what makes them work, what makes them not work, what's their ups and downs and curves. But, this one's gonna be pretty short than, the normal, usual 5 to 10 minutes after the video. So, really be paying attention, and it's also because I know you guys probably not gonna watch the full video, so let's get right into it. Now, this deck, I don't need to explain too much about it, that's why it's so short, because, it's very self-explanatory. Get Exodia in your hand as fast as possible, and or as efficiently as possible. And there are a few ways you can do it as you're looking at the deck right now. The main cards you need to worry about being in this deck are Enchanted Javelin, because you can actually gain life points from the highest attack monster on the field. Backup Squad, which lets you draw a card for every 1,000 you take. And the field spell Millennium Temple, because you guaranteed to need this card. You are guaranteed. You need this card at all times. Try to get this in your hand as fast as possible. If you do not get in your hand, you have a very high chance of losing. And coming to the downsides of this deck, you cannot make any attacks. I'm telling you that. Do not attack. Face down everything. You do not have enough damage for attacks. Try not to run Crystal Seer. Any other card that lets you draw would do better than Crystal Seer because you have a chance of getting 2 Exodia pieces and one going to the bottom of the deck instead of, 2 Exodia pieces in your hand, which, you could possibly get with Backup Squad. Remember to run at least 2 extra cards and or extra heals. I'm running Numerous Healer for the 1 extra heal and then 2 Sentries because, I really do like the card even though I barely ever use it. And I decided it's about time I stop using Unpenetrable Attack. So you could run Unpenetrable Attack on this deck. It would help out with you not taking damage that turn. But, I mean, you only take 1,000, so unless you're in a very dire situation where you can't get any cards to lifesteal and or protect yourself, you shouldn't need it. But with that, that'll be the entire deck, guys. But if you're wondering why the video did not come out as fast as it should have, it's because I literally ran out of ideas for decks. I had about 5 different deck ideas that completely got botched with the Sylvans coming out because I really don't want to do a video on Sylvans, and other decks have really been talked about a lot. People are starting to use older decks more since my videos started, coming out. So yeah, that's really the only problem. Apart from that, I still do enjoy making these videos. I'm really glad you guys do watch them. If you are new here, remember to like and subscribe for more. Actually, smash that like button right now. That way you can have this video on your like. Hit the notification bell, that way you know if any of my videos come up. And also stay tuned to my channel because I do a lot of content, and tomorrow is Wednesday, which means another video will be put out. I will get back on schedule with Sunday because I already have a few decks in mind, and I'm going to decide on that throughout the week. I have nothing really else to do. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy our video. If you're a recurring viewer, thank you so much for watching. If you're new, like I said earlier, like and subscribe. I will see you guys next time, as in tomorrow, with a new video. Enjoy. I am out.